this a different episode?
It is a different episode.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
I've got coffee.
This isn't like River City, where you see the same people in different situations discussing the same thing over and over again. I remember actually recording Breaking the Wind, the news quiz show, and had mentioned about anyone in River City having the cheek to take any money for acting, in inverted commas, and was told they couldn't use that. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to move on. Today I'm going to ask you a couple of things, because you were asking me a couple of things and I was just screaming about being in a toilet or something. I can't remember. It was so long ago. When it comes to customer service, be honest. How are you at sending stuff back or taking things back?
I'm passive aggressive. I look like I'm being really nice about something, and I'll put all that forward. You know, that way we go, I really don't want to trouble you, and I know you're really busy, and I'm not complaining, but this food is absolutely inedible, and take it back to the chef and cut him off at the knees. So I get that thing where I want to complain all the time, and I'm stopped by other people who are too embarrassed to be around somebody who's complaining.
But the interesting thing with a complaint, because honestly, if you do it politely, succinctly, and with purpose, I don't understand. Like, you don't have to scream, you don't have to humiliate, you don't have to.
Oh, I can't abide those people that, you know, click their fingers or go off on one. Do you know what I mean? Some poor girl that's behind a checkout that's fresh out of school and she's done nothing wrong and she doesn't even know how to deal with you, and people are screaming in their faces. I go, get out of my way.
Yeah, I think that's appalling.
But I also can't abide the people that refuse to complain, go, oh, just say nothing. I don't want to say anything. Oh, no, I don't want to upset. You don't have to upset anybody, but you do have to make your point, and you do have to get what you ordered. The idea that you buy something and spend a fortune and you don't get what it is that has you're meant to come to your table, I'll sit and complain all day and I won't let it go. I'm like a dog with a bone.
No. I think that's fair enough. And we discussed boners and bones in the last episode. Being honest, how many times have you said, we're getting nowhere, I am going to have to speak to your manager?
I usually go straight in with that. I don't bother with minions.
Wow.
So I know that sounds really arrogant, doesn't it?
Oh, she means business.
But I will usually not even, always go at the top. Follow the money, go at the top, speak to the person in charge. There's no point wasting your time with somebody who inevitably won't have the answer or won't know what to do with you and just kind of flaps. Just go, I'm not having a go and it's not your fault, but could you just get your manager for me, please? Because I have an issue.
So you don't even do a light preamble?
No.
You don't even say, listen, I've got a corner of a Ritter Sport going begging. Can I offer up you a square?
No. I go straight for the jugular, but wrapped in cotton wool.
Wow, the smiling assassin.
Yeah. Like
Sandy from The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie.
I mean, people do really think that I'm being sweet. And I am sweet. I am really kind, but I have absolute menace. Intent.
Being honest, in terms of perception, because we both have reputations for being, shall we say, party girls, for want of a better thing.
We're party girls. I think, what's called career limiting honesty.
Right.
In as much as
you won't be in a Poundland anytime soon on a till.
No.
Could you imagine, though? I would pull those people over the conveyor belt and smash their head until it bled and opened.
Well, that's the interesting thing. I can't imagine being on the receiving end of a complaint because I would eat them alive. I mean, if anybody actually dared to complain to me
about
anything...
if someone said to me, you're late, I mean, I can't even begin to broadcast what I would return to them.
Absolutely.
And it would involve death.
Yeah. Oh, no, murdering. I mean, hanging from the highest...
I'll effing kill you, you scum.
I genuinely... The bile that... I try not to swear. This is really hard. Fuck it.
Oh, wow. I think, actually, I would like some kind of noise there, because I think a simple fiddle-dee-dee would have done.
A fiddle-dee-dee never does. If somebody is complaining to me about them being unhappy about something, I'm not interested.
Have you ever had complaints, being honest? Because I had a complaint. I was doing a corporate in November, and I had a complaint from, it was for a high-end jewellers, and one of the staff's fathers was there. And he went, you're really funny, but did you have to swear? And it's still not left me because I feel as though I'd let the guy down because he wasn't necessarily the type of man that would enjoy the tinkerings of a homo like myself, the mental cool silence of Bunty's bumming world. But I was just like, oh no, I've really done that. And it was for like a high-end company. It was with Chopard, and they were all really happy, and Rocks were really happy. And I just felt really bad. So do you feel as though that have you ever had to deal with a complaint along that kind of thing where someone's complained about your oeuvre?
There's always that element as a comedian where somebody complains that they think that you've been too mean or too rude or, do you know what I mean? And you kind of go, it does. I double down though. Do you know what I mean? I double down on what do they know? It's not my
What does
problem.
double down mean? I just see that as a double fillet burger from KFC, which I never enjoyed because it was barbecue sauce and no zinger batter.
No, I don't. I'm not very good with criticism. And so I will deny criticism and turn it into positive thinking. I can make anything positive, however bad it is.
Can you?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I can always look at a situation and go, that's not what they really meant. What they really meant to say was, they didn't mean to say, I don't think she's very funny. What they meant to say was, we weren't in a particularly good mood and we weren't feeling ourselves and we couldn't appreciate the humour that she was trying to deliver.
Do you see that as someone who has positive objections or someone who is delusional?
You're talking about me or them?
Yeah, no, you. But just in terms of, because like I took that on the guy was like, no, you swore to it, and I thought, yeah, no, I have. I mean, you should have seen my behaviour afterwards. That was Taxigate. More of that in the next episode, but. Although I do remember being at a gig in the Stand in Glasgow and there was a woman there in a wheelchair, and I thought to myself, how did she get down all those stairs? But I didn't say anything. And gone on stage, and
Why didn't you say something?
No, I did. I hadn't finished. I'm still going on, but thank you for your positivity. And she was sitting giving me the death stare, and I went, honey, you're going to have to tobe it up. Because it's not like you can get up and walk out. And it was after that, she laughed and she came up to me at the end and she went, oh, thanks. She went, no, I didn't like you, but I thought that was funny. And I went, oh, right, okay, that's fair enough.
She didn't like you just because of your manner on stage?
Yeah, I just don't think she liked me.
I do find that difficult if you know that people just don't like you, because I genuinely can't understand why people wouldn't like me. That is probably a level of delusion that I need to see someone about. I honestly, because I know who I am and I like myself and I generally like other people, I genuinely, if somebody takes a dislike to me, or I hear through a third party that, oh, so-and-so, you said something and they didn't like that, I do not go, oh, have I done something wrong? I genuinely go, what's wrong with that person? Why don't they like me? Because I'm lovely.
But you are nice.
But then maybe there is an issue there, Bruce. Maybe this is turning out from be honest to discover yourself. No. I honestly am amazed if people don't like me.
But you can understand it when other people don't like other people that are on the bill. Because I get that in spades. Because I look at the running order and think, really? Is this where we're at? Because this is pretty poor. You
do get quite upset, don't you?
I always seem to get put on with utter crud.
There's people now very quickly going through back bookings to see who Bruce Devlin's been on with.
Recently, the one I did recently was excellent, I have to say. But sometimes, particularly when I've been in England, and it's not just because I'm in England sort of thing, but you're like, where did you get these people? Why are they alive? And why have you exposed me to them? I thought you liked me.
I do look at in advance as to who I'm on with, and sometimes like, oh, that's absolutely amazing, and other times my heart just sinks.
Do you know, 9 times out of 10 I won't do it, just because I'm like, you need the money and you can't get depressed about who's on. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
I wonder if that is an issue, that I genuinely think people are weird if they don't like me.
I don't think that's necessarily an issue. It's certainly not, I wouldn't say it's a bad quality trait or a bad trait to have.
And then I don't trust people that don't like me. I think, what are you hiding?
Oh, wow. There's quite a lot going on there.
There's quite a lot to unpick. We're
skipping in and out of delusion, aren't we? It's not even delusion, actually. It's another vortex. It's just how you feel, dear.
It is how I feel.
But going back to that thing of reputation, as I say, you know, people think, so this is off stage, other comedians think we're always drunk and all this kind of stuff and whatever and blah, 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 blah. And all too often that's not true, but you're still seen as whatever your urban myth or legend is.
Well, I think to a large degree we all promote a sense of who we want other people to think we are, partly. Mm-hmm. I don't think I do fall into that category because what you see is what you get. However, I probably over promote the idea that I'm drunk all the time when in reality I don't even drunk at home. Oh, she might have had a drink today. No, she hasn't.
Oh, will you be having a drink later?
No, I'm off the drink.
Are you? Mm-hmm. I know after this I'll be needing a huge stiffy. So, yes, I'll be having a drink later.
Well, I managed to bruise my foot and bruise my eye.
Yeah, in your sleep.
In my sleep.
How it's
I have no idea.
No.
I've woken up with a bruised eye and a bruised foot, and all I've done is go to bed.
I think we've gone as far as we can with therapy today.
Yes.
I will be interested to see what you have to say next time.
Yes, indeed.
And I will enjoy you continuing to be honest.
And subscribe. That's the word.
I think you find out about the subscription part of it whenever you were gloriously lucky enough to find this offering.
Right, excellent. Subscribe.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, Bruce.
Cheers.